You would like to request anyone from the class to present their assignment? Bisag katong duha lang ka function tan-aw nato. Kinsay mo volunteer?
Ako man be. Try
Sige,
na ako.
go. Ox. Sige, apas. Ang isa lang ka function.
Makita rang screen miss. Outside login miss. Sa Miss, dili man day ma-open dire, Miss. Ang gitryan ay. Sayang. Naka-off imong mic, Miss.
Ang imong Excel, di siya mo open.
Oh, kuan ka ng nara ko sa internet nandron kay na daot akong
Okay.
laptop ba.
Sige, Ox. Ang isa, kinsa pay lain aside from Marvin. Thank you. Achut. Marvin, apas. Marvin ka, Marvin.
Marvin, Miss.
Okay.
W.
Sa una, tawag ti kag Marvin. Aside from, kinsay lain. Matawag tag tao ha. Kung matawag ti kami ning tao ta. Bermudez na si Bermudez today. Wala si Bermudez. Bermudez Murphy, wala. Bolante. Si Bolante.
Miss.
Yes, present. Please.
Unsa number, Miss? One of
Bisag unsa. Basta baka ma-illustrate lang ang fixed point.
So, for number one given is g g of x is equals to negative x squared plus 2x plus 2. So, so akong gibuhat kay i-transform to x equals to g of x. So, mo ni akong first nga x which is the 2x plus 2 over x. So, mo na ang formula akong gigamit diri. Explain. So, makita na to diri nga ang 2.7.32 is the fixed point of the
2.732.
Christmas. One of the roots is the 2.73.
Ano nakabalo ka nga mauna na siya ang root?
Okay, nag-bike wallet na siya, miss. Ay, 3 miss ay. 2.73205.081.
Kanang ikaduha, same ra ang root.
Same ang root, miss, pero lain ang gigamit na nga formula. The square
Sige, okay ra.
2x plus 2. And the reason
Check.
is the x squared over 2 minus 1 nga formula. Ang root diri kay is negative 0.73732, miss.
Check. Okay na, thank you.
Sige, miss.
Inside na ay problem sa fixed point. I think fixed point is para sa kuha ha. Siya ang pinaka sayon o ay di mo siya, di ko sure kung siya ba yung pinakadali masabtan. So anyway, we will have two methods today. The bisection and the false position method. Please let me know if namoy na sugatan your problem when you're using Excel. And I think Excel is also easy to understand. Ibutangan ako siya, I think. Okay. Ano siya? Ako ng opinion. Pero I share the same opinion ha sa katong mga friends na ako. Ako naman sa tingali. di ba? And also previous student who had numerical methods. So I would like to illustrate now the next method, which is the bisection method. Kasi mabaw. Bisection is, let's say, for example, we have that function f of x. I would like to illustrate the method using graphical representation. So let's say that is f of x. For bisection, we would have two initial values. Katong sa fixed point, I'm not sure, ha? I think nahang ko sa on my side. So the bisection has two initial values. Sa fixed point, isa ra to. The bisection, we have two. What? Let's say the first two initial values are a and b. The values of a and b are chosen such that f of a and f of b are of opposite sign. So ang isa positive, ang isa negative. Medyo na ilahang requirement. Because from the introduction of root finding method, the root should, if f of x is a continuous function and f of a and f of b are of opposite sign, therefore the root should be between a and b, right? Nag-gets ba ang pasabot? Diba? Kung isa positive, ang isa negative, and continuous siya, therefore the curve should have crossed the x-axis. Katong point where the curve crosses the x-axis, the value of x is the root. So this time from the illustration, f of a is negative, f of b is positive, right? To get the next value, c, we get the middle value of a and b, or we get the midpoint, x for a and b. So how do we solve for the midpoint value? A plus b divided by 2, di ba? The quantity a plus b divided by 2. So we get the middle part of a and b, right? And then we get the value f of c. Ang f of c, anang nasa tunga, di ba? F of x, anang nasa tunga. Now, we check, where is our root? Is it between a and c, or is it between c and b? So we check again. Asa man ang lahi-lahi o polarity? Is it f of c and f of a, or f of c or and f of b? So obviously, ang lain-lain o polarity, ang f of c and f of b. Therefore, the root is between b and c, right? Kay naa na dihan, identify na nato nga ang root naa sa tunga sa b and c, ang kanang c, himuo na tong bagong a. Then we disregard the old a. Nagets the logic? Wala nga nailabot ang a for sure. Wala diha napita ang root. So, sa likway na na ang karaang a, ang bago nga a mo na ang c. Gets? And then, again, we take the new middle value of x. Same lang. A plus b divided by 2. Right? Nagets na? And then we check again. Where is our root? Is it between A and C or between C and B? Using the same qualification, we get f of A, f of C, bagong f of C, and then we check. Is ang f of C there is positive? No. There the beta. Therefore, unsa naman po itong walaon? Therefore, from the illustration, A is naa diri sa ubos, negative. Therefore, we can see that the root is between A and C. This time, we disregard B, and then the new C will be our new B. Ox, and then we get the midpoint again, right? Somewhere here, somewhere here, somewhere here in the middle. Gets until, see how our computation gets nearer and nearer in the determination of the root. We will know that that is the root because if we solve for f of c, 0 naman siya, right? Because f of x is that value of x that will make the root of f of x is that value of x that will make f of x equal to 0. So we will stop when f of c is 0 already. Ang problema ni how do we qualify 0? Kaning sa numerical method magud nato, this is approximate. So 0 for us is up to 5 decimal places. 0.000, naman na. 5 ka 0. 5 decimal places. Kung 0 na siya, we will approximate that to 0. Oops. Any question for the bisection? I think it is clear how the steps of bisection method compute for the root. Right? Makuha ba niya siya? Share ba niya siya? So let us summarize the method of bisection. The next method is similar to bisection, pero it is not bisection, similar lang. So a bisection method is a bracketing method, di ba? So we choose for the two initial values, f of A and f of B. The qualification for choosing A and B is such that f of A times f of B is less than 0. Dapat negative siya. Kailangan mo silang sign. Diba? Then we get the midpoint. Ano gipasabot niya? M siya diri. Tawag siya M. Ang sa dito sa graphical representation, C siya. So we solve for the midpoint. M. Then we check. Asa ba dapit ang root? Is it between A and M or M and B? If f of A times f of M is less than 0, then the root should be between A and M, right? If f of A times f of M is 0, then we have already solved the root. Nag-gets siya? Because right from the start, diri pa sa sukod, f of A times f of B is less than 0. Walay 0 nilang duha. Ang isa positive, isa negative. Diba? Kaya kung pagsukod pa lang naka-0 na ta, wala na tayo sulbon. Pero anyway, so if saag man siya. So if f of A times f of M is less than 0, then the root is between A and M. If f of A times f of M is equal to 0, then M is the root. Kumana, right? If f of a times f of m is greater than 0, then the root is between m and b. For, I think for Excel, there is a conditional formula if then man siguro. So you can make use of it in computing for uh, the next interval A and B. So for bisection method, ang sa worksheet nato ang dili formula sa mga value are only the initial values A and B. Ang sunod, kompyuto na niya ang value sa next values of A and B, next value of A and B, use formula na. So any question for the bisection? Hawks? Question? There are a lot of possibilities, no? Anong wala tayo question? Either na-disconnect ko, kamo na-disconnect, o nakasabot ang tanan sa atong ipang buhat. So anyway, I think there are a lot of resources in the internet for this method. Siguro, gusto yun sa sila mo explain kaysa nako. Pwede pa balik-balikon. So our next method, let's say, okay na to sa bisection, no? Tunga-tunga, we have an interval, o na to katunga. Then we choose, asa na po, tungao na po nato, tungao na po nato. Hantod, now we see from the previous illustration that the next values that are computed gets nearer and nearer to the root. Magkagamay mo siya, yung distansya. Again, f of c can be approximately 0. Pwede na tambundang sa katong computation where we can conclude that c is now the root is when f of c is 0 up to the fifth decimal, 0.000. Ay numero, pero approximately 0 na siya. Again, numerical computation is not an exact mathematics. It is approximate. Siya exactly 0. Dawato na lang nato, murag 0 na siya. The second method that we will have today in the finale, kay duha ra man atong method, is the false position method. So let's say, kanang curve diha, murag wati, that's our f of x. Again, false position has two initial values, a and b. And still, the qualifications of a and b is that f of a and f of b should be of opposite sign. Isa positive, ang isa negative. So when you choose your initial values ba, kayo itunong ang f of a or f of b, 0 na. Wala tayo computon. Kaya ang atong initial value mo na di ay ng root. So, ayaw sa daingana, ha? Wala na tayo buhaton. Isa ko kabalong saon ako, kurikan ba na ako, rungan ba na ako. So that's f of a, diri sa obos, f of b to sa taas. So from here, to solve for the next value, we connect the points a f of a and b f of b. I hope makita ang linya diha. We connect a line. We connect the 2 points with a line. That point where the line connecting the 2 points, that point where it intersects with the x-axis, that's the next point. There. Diba? And then, muna na siya ang next point nato. Wala na dayon nato ng A. Gets? Wala na itong pinakakaraan nga value. So, muna na ang, that's C, f of C. Right? Then we draw another line to the two new points. There. Kung asa nag-intersect sa x-axis, mauna po na ang C nato. And then, we draw another line. Of course, dili di ang karaan. I-check di ay. Balik ko na to ha. It's another method. So, na then we check asa ang root. Is it between A and C or between C and B? Dayon iba iwas. We disregard ang katong klaro ko na kaayo nga wala dito nga interval ang dito. So C and B ang nagtagbo sa root. So pwede siya still naa sa bagong C ug B ang root. Right? Diha naara gihapon. Ang katong naglahin mo to ang siya ang i-disregard. So we still choose f of C and f times f of B negative. That interval is the location, or between that interval is the location of our root. So C, first value, diha, see how it gets nearer to solving for the root. Ox. What is the formula in solving for this C value? Ano to na ba ni formula ni ang PowerPoint? Ang katong sa midpoint, dali lang, divided by 2, di ba? So, what to na to? Ay. Yes, mini app. Ay, ang internet cafe nga. Computer loading. Tama po sa kuha. Let's check. To ara. Do you see it now? For false position, I'm not sure if you can see the light. there. So for false position, to get the new value of t, the new value for the next value is to, di ba, mag-drawing the direct line, kaning line. So the slope from A to this line, to this point, is the same as the slope from A to B because they are the same line, right? So mo nag-equate yung slope delta y. So f of c minus f of a divided by c minus a, delta y over delta x equals to delta y f of a minus f of b divided by a minus b. Kaning f of c naman na dire. So zero na siya, mo ning i-cancel. And then we solve for the value of c. Pag solve mo ng c is equal to b times f of a minus a times f of b all over f of a minus f of b. That is how the value of c is solved using false position. Ox, any question? So now we will have bisection and false position. Mag-assignment na po ko. I will post another assignment for bisection and false position later today or tomorrow. Okay ra? And then next meeting, mag-discuss tag another 2 root finding method next week. Next week, we will have our first test. The coverage for our first test next week would be fixed point, bisection, and false position. Mention na po sa daan so that you will make time for next week to be online to take the exam. Okay? So next week, di pa ta mag-test. Next week na ta mag-test. Fixed point to false position. Any other concern or pangutana? Wa? Adjust. Saan mo ko mag-ugaw diri? So for the false position and bisection, we will use the formula if then or conditional formula for Excel or any other worksheet that you are using or spreadsheet software that you are using. Kinsay wala maggamit ring spreadsheet pag-pass. Why tao? So anyway, okay ta? Any question? Let me know kung naamoy problema while you are making your assignment. Kaya kung wala na, mahumana ta. Sa kong tawgon pa. Make sure na. Na si Karakel. Wala si Karakel. Ay, okay. Na kay pangutana, wala. Karakel, ay pangutana, wala. Okay, wala. So, mahumana tag klase, kay wala na pangutana si Karakel. Again, I will be posting an assignment later today or tomorrow. The deadline would be next week. And we will have next week also the next 2 root finding methods which are Newton's method and second method. That is all. Thank you. I have posted in the reading material the root finding methods. Dili na to sila siya discuss tanan. But those that we are discussing will be found in the reading material too. Ox, sige, bye. And kung wala na ilang concern, pwede na mo left the group. Unsa na?
Bye, miss. Thank you, miss.
Bye.